Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and hopefully all our technology is working and going well. We're trying something new today. We're doing Switcher, Switcher Studio, which is completely new and different for us. So you're our guinea pigs today. I tried it in my training group for the first time, and it's a little bit different doing it with creating as well, because we've got a few different cameras set up. So we shall see if comments come through and everything's working. So when you jump in, please say hello and leave a comment so I know that you're here and everything's working fine. As you can hear, I do have a cold. Bruno has been very kind and shared the love with me, if you can call it that. It's not the kind of sharing that I like, but I'm a little bit stuffy at the moment. Hello, everyone. Yesterday was the worst I've ever been with any cold ever. So it was quite an experience. I've never been able to not breathe through my nose. So I feel bad for all those people that have said they've had a cold, and I'm like, you'll be fine, no problem. I was like, oh, this is what a cold actually feels like. Okay, this is really serious. So I've had lots of sleep. I think I've slept like 12 hours every day the last 2 days. So hopefully that's hit it on the head. I've been having all my medications and herbs and Codral and everything I could get my hands on. Hi everyone, yes, I can see all your comments, so that's really good. Good news. Do you like my little display here? That's thanks to Bruno. He's created that for me, so that's exciting. So I wanted to show you a few cards and things that we made this week, and just to let you know what's coming up as well. We also received some beautiful Random Act of Kindness cards. Thank you all very much. And if you're not part of the Random Act of Kindness group yet, please jump in and take part. We would love you to be part of that group. There's an amazing admin group of girls that look after that and do an incredible job. So please be part of sharing the love around. Oh, thank you, Gabrielle. That's very kind of you. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you on here. So I'm just going to grab these cards. I was running around as per usual last minute. Britta's like, I've set everything up for you, but where are you? And it's also very warm in Melbourne today. We don't know what's hit us. I'm like, what is going on with this warm weather? We're so used to cold weather, so it's going to be exciting to have some nice warmer weather. I'm very, very excited about that. I know the day is going very quick, Tanya. I agreed. Very fast. I'm like, didn't I just wake up? Oh, no, actually I did. I pretty much did about 2 hours ago. So this was from the lovely Kate Gardner, all the way from New Zealand. I absolutely love this colour combo together. Thank you so much, Kate. This is just such a beautiful card and so gorgeous of you to send this to me overseas. Kate basically just said that she wanted to send a Random Act of Kindness card to us. And she just said that she met Bruno and I in Brisbane, and she's really hoping that we get to see her in Auckland in April. Well, at this stage, Kate, yes, Bruno and I will be going to Auckland in April. And it's good news because I'll be visiting my mum and her husband, Mike, which is very exciting to see them because we haven't actually visited them in New Zealand, which is where my mum lives. And yeah, we haven't seen them since they got married, which was just last year. So that will be really exciting to not only go to Onstage live in Auckland, but also to catch up with family too, and some friends as well, which will be great. Did the time change? No, the time hasn't changed, but it has been daylight savings here in Melbourne. So that could be throwing a few people out. I do put on my event page, you'll see there's like a link that I put up. For some reason, people are saying that on the groups in Facebook that the time has been really out of whack. So don't trust Facebook. Have a look at the link that I put on the group, and you can click that, and that will tell you your time in your zone, because I know we have lots of different people from all around the world. Yes, because it is 2 o'clock here, and that's what time we normally go live, 2 o'clock. Now, this card here is from the wonderful Wergie, who's in my team. And Wergie is just the most hilarious, wonderful woman. She's just the cutest thing ever. So this is her card here. And I absolutely adore what she has done with this sponging on this tree. She's used all the different daubers and different colours to make this just looks absolutely spectacular. This is the Rooted in Nature. Yes, thank you, Karen. I actually made some avocado dip. What do you call it? Guacamole. I put so much garlic in there. It was ridiculous. Like Paul Bruno will be like, whoa, what's going on with this guacamole? And I put the I don't even know how to say this word, but it's like anyway, hot sauce. I put a lot of hot sauce in that thing. So it was like cranking. I was like, this is going to blast everything out of me. Yes, Wergie's done a wonderful job with this. But yeah, I'm onto all the garlic. And I've ordered ginger too that's coming tomorrow morning because I do my shopping online, my grocery shopping. So I'm going to be like getting ginger into me and some garlic. I should just like swallow the cloves whole. Get it smashed out. So thank you very much for this beautiful card, Wergie. She's such a valued team member on the Crazy Crafters. She's just absolutely hilarious. She did a video of her on our team page yesterday of her with 2 CDs. I don't know if you people have seen this online. You hum log. That's how we say you people in Hindi. But she had 2 CDs on her glasses and then she went like this. And the CDs went like in front of her face. It was the funniest thing. She's so funny. I watched that over and over again, Wergie. It was hilarious. Oh, thank you for sending vibes. And I agree, Sandra. She's just gorgeous. So yes, very special people we have on the Crazy Crafters team. And we have a lot of fun. I'm like, Wergie, you've met your crazies. You've met your crazy people so that you can be crazy with us. And the other random act of kindness card that I received was very kind from Rachel. And Rachel sent this. Have I got Rachel? Oh, Rachel was also from New Zealand as well. So we had a few New Zealand girls send some things over. Thank you. I feel like you're part of Australia. I feel like we're one. It doesn't feel like overseas. It's like New Zealand and Australia. We just belong to each other. And this was just absolutely perfect because I love my coffee. And Rachel clearly must know that because she's done an awesome job of this card and I really love it. So thank you so much, Rachel. Really appreciate you sending random act of kindness love. And she had a little note about her that she lived in Christchurch, that she joined Stampin' Up as a demo back in March 2016. And she just absolutely has loved meeting people at On Stage, which is our demonstrator only event, which is coming up in November. And if you're a customer of mine and you're umming and ahhing about joining, oh my goodness, please consider joining because you get to go to these amazing events that only demonstrators get to go to. And we have an absolute blast together. So you get to meet the team, and the Crazy Crafters team are just so fantastic and inspiring and such lovely people. So yeah, she said she watches my Facebook lives and my blog. She loves getting lots of inspiration from demonstrators around the world. Don't we all? We love getting inspiration. And there's just no end to the inspiration that we can get from everyone, including Pinterest. Oh my goodness, Pinterest is incredible. So what else do we have here? What did I create this week? So this one here was for my tutorial bundle blog hop. So we released our October tutorial bundle, which is very exciting. I wish I had a photo to show you, but I don't have it here. But I will put up a link if you would like the tutorial bundle. You're more than welcome to purchase that. It's $20 Australian, and if you're a demonstrator, you're welcome to use it in your classes, just as long as you give, what is it called, recognition to the person that created that item, and that you just don't give out the tutorial. If someone in your class wants the specific measurements and details of what you've made in class, you can just direct them to any of our blogs that are on the tutorial bundle, so that way we can keep creating for you. Hopefully I'm not missing any comments. I'm like looking down going, oh, good. No, Donna just commented. Very good. So this is the card that I made for our tutorial blog hop. And I used the lace edgelets for this. And I love this idea. And this was sort of a takeoff on the card that I made for the actual tutorial itself. I love using the thinlets as creating a background. And so this is what I did with this. Amazingly, this sentiment, you may not realize, but it comes from the Hanging Garden stamp set, which is a must-have for amazing sentiments because there's a lot of beautiful sentiments in that set, and that's from the annual catalogue. Both of these are from the annual catalogue, in fact. So the lace edgelets, it actually surprised me because it was one of those things I must have missed. And I was like, how did I miss this product? This needs to go in my bag instantly. So I bought it the moment I realized that it wasn't in my repertoire of thinlets and everything else. Because I went to use it and I was like, where is it? Oh, there's something I don't have. What is this problem? So I was very excited about being able to go shopping for something very exciting. And I'm really happy I've added that to my must-have items. I think that's a definite. Yes, I love the yellow and the black too. It's crushed curry, this one actually. But the best thing about this card is you could really create a really soft and subtle look if you wanted to, if you used some subtle colors, especially like Blushing Bride or something like that. You could make it a beautiful wedding card, a congratulations card. It can be bold. Yeah, there's lots and lots of different ideas for that. Oh, thank you, Bruno Bertucci. He's in the background putting things up for me. So that's the bundle. I know. How did I miss them? My mind was blown when I saw them. And then the other one that hadn't got much love, I was doing my Crazy Crafters video this week, and I realized that my, what are they called? I'm going to have to look for them now. But I realized there was the tags that had not been given much love. I was like, oh, botanical tags, that's right. And I was like, I've really got to get this out. So it was a bit of a challenge with my team. I said, all right, that's it. I'm going to make a card this afternoon and you guys can all see what I make with it. And this is what I came up with. And I was very, very happy with the result because we kind of look at those tags and think just tags. But I wanted to show that there's a lot more that we can do with this card kit than just tags or this thinlet set. I'll see if I've got them here for you because I know I just used them, so they shouldn't be far away. Oh, there's the delicate lace. So I'll pull that out. And Lakeside. No, I'm not going to find them. Of course I'm not going to find them. Oh, there they are. Yes, found them. So there's the botanical tags. So as you can see, because of this thinlet here, I was able to cut out the full flower, and I've used the Gorgeous Grape color. And just remember, the Gorgeous Grape is a brand new color that's been added to the family. It was never an in color. It's just popped out of nowhere and jumped into our color coordination or color collection. So just make sure you've got this one because you don't want to miss it. I think a few of my customers have even said, where did that color even come from? It's like come out of nowhere. And it kind of did with the new catalogue. So look out for Gorgeous Grape. You're going to want the cardstock and the ink. And yes, it's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors at the moment. So you can use this tag, but then there's also the thinlets that allow you to cut out the full flower. So it was a little bit of work to get this done. A lot of Big Shot, but I thought, you know, it's good for my arms anyway. I can do some toning at the same time. So it was well worth it. And what was good was using the multi-purpose sheets too. If you haven't used the multi-purpose sheets, before you go to cut, make sure that you add them to the back of your cardstock. So that's them there. I think in my video last week, I showed you how I did that. I actually cut it all around the wrong way and back to front and inside out. But it was a good thing for us to all learn together. That's the best way to learn, isn't it? It's to make a big mistake together. So that's them there. And there's a lot in a pack. So don't be afraid to use a lot of the multi-purpose sheets because they save so much time. They save a lot of mess. They allow the thinlet, especially the intricate ones, to stick down really well. So look at getting that one, the multi-purpose adhesive sheets, they're called. Yes. And you have to kind of remember before you're about to do the big shot. It's like, yeah, I have to train my brain to remember. It's like, I'm about to do a thinlet that's detailed. I need the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. Because a few times I've cut them out and then I'm like, oh, I didn't get the sheets. And then I'm like, oh, this is going to be a disaster trying to use Tombow and even the fine tip glue pen. It's like, nothing compares. So definitely use those. So they are both using the multi-purpose sheets as well. And this is the one that I did last week. Excuse me for jumping over here. But they're the ones that I did last week. So you can see how useful they are. Especially with this one because I did a double layer. So very, very handy. You don't want mess everywhere with glue and all that sort of thing. So get those sheets. They're super handy. Now, I think that's all I have in terms of what we made this week. I know that I feel like there's something else, but anyway, I'm sure I'll find it as I'm going along. We have been super, super flat out in this craft room. One, we've opened a brand new training group and they are super eager to learn and it's so exciting. We're just absolutely so buzzing about that group. But we've also got Orlando coming up. Bruno and I are heading off to the Stampin' Up! Live event in Orlando, which is very exciting. I get to meet lots of friends that I've been talking to online and being able to do card swaps and all sorts of different things. So we've been very busy. Yesterday we did a big smash out of Love It, Chop It. And the cards have come up so beautiful. We've used the 6x6 size and we've actually been able to do a full card front with one part, and with the part left over we've been able to do like a little segment. Should I do a preview, Bruno? I really want to show some of them because this is just one of a few. I think you all need a treat because you're watching me live, but this will blow your mind, I'm telling you. So I used which is the I think it's called Tropical Escape, the paper. I'm just going off the top of my head. Is it Tropical Escape? Anyway, you'll all tell me if it's not. There's so many different names. I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to keep up? But ready for this? This is just amazing what you can do. So this was one side of the 6x6. So of course you cut it for the card front and then you're left with this random little piece. What am I going to do with this random little piece? I don't want to waste any. So, ta-da! You can use it on another card. Isn't that brilliant? So hashtag I love it, chop it. If you're not part of my Love It Chopper group, please make sure you're part of that because it will help you to learn how to cut your paper. And I must do a video on this one because I think I did a video on the 12x12, but I haven't really done a video on the 6x6. So this is my number one tip on what to do. Now, of course, it's just a little bit up the top that was left over. And so I'll show you on one of my other cards here what I've done. Oh, over here. So instead of wasting that little slim piece, here's another one. Inside, I used it for a bit of decoration that matches the front. Isn't that cool? So literally not one bit of that paper has been wasted. Every single skerrick has been used. I think the only thing that went in the bin was the tiniest of little squares. And I was like, okay, I'll allow that to go in the bin. So yes, we've been very busy. I think we made, what did we get out of the pack of 6x6? I don't think I actually even counted how many we got. But there's a lot of cards here. I'm seeing stacks and stacks of cards. So I will let you know how many cards we got out of the 6x6. Thank you, Jessie. Oh, so nice to see you on here. And I'm loving it with the soft sea foam. Talk about in love with that colour. Look at that. And it looks so hot with that paper. So yes, there's lots of beautiful things to show you. And I will be blogging about them all, of course. You will see it. Yeah, we don't like waste. No wastage. So I'm going to flip you over and we'll do some creating. And I want to make the card. Oh, yeah, there is one more card that I haven't shown you. I want to make the card that I made for the swap with the Case Lisa Curcio. Did you see this one here? So this is using the Falling for Leaves stamp set, and I've used the Cajun Crush. I've got Old Olive and Crushed Curry. I love this color combo for an autumn color combo. This is my go-to. I've also got the galvanized button on this one with the bit of twine there as well. But what I really want to highlight today is this embossing and how you can do that with our new embossing mats, because what's interesting with the embossing mats is the way that it showed me in the diagram, I found a bit confusing. I didn't want to layer it that way. So I'll show you what I've done. You may not agree, but this is what worked for me, and hopefully it helps you to use your embossing mats more often, because yeah, it felt a little bit awkward the way that they suggested in the flyer. So we'll talk about that anyway. I'll flip you around and we'll have a little look here. So I think if we go like this, oh my goodness, arm flipped just like that. Can you believe it? How professional was that? So let's go over here. I'm still getting used to all this new technology. One thing I will need though, my lovely husband, is a charger. Oh no, I've got one here. He's like set me up. He's got everything plugged in. Oh, talk about best husband award going to Bruno Bertucci. He's like got it sorted. It's even got 2 plugs and everything. Oh, go Bruno Bertucci. So let's hope that all is happy. So we've got our beautiful card here. And I've already pre-cut some of the pieces. I've got them ready to go. And I just wanted to show you, so I've already got this one pre-cut. If you use your grid paper, you can see it's just under 2. This is like half a millimeter each. So it's just under 2 centimeters. But you can tell by the sentiment anyway where it's going to land. So let's have a little look here at how we do the embossing. That's the one thing that I really want to show you first. Because being able to emboss your thinlits, oh my goodness, the best thing ever. So there are our beautiful thinlits. So it's got the detailed leaves here, and there's so many beautiful elements in here. But I wanted to grab the things that were really going to stand out when I embossed them. So I grabbed those 3. Oh, I'm so glad, Dobadoo. You got the tutorial bundle. That's brilliant. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, it's very vibrant, isn't it? But you could use whatever colour you want with that one. It's an out there card, that one. The one on my tutorial bundle. And it's actually using this thinlet here. So if you're wanting more ideas on how to use this thinlet, definitely the tutorial bundle is going to help you. So I'm going to grab the sheet from Stampin' Up! And show you exactly what Stampin' Up! Suggested. And then I'm going to show you my alternative on what I think is a good idea. Or maybe I don't have the sheet here. Oh yes, here it is. Okay, so here is the idea here down the bottom. So they've got the sandwich for just embossing. You can emboss and cut as well, which is really cool. And then this is just the standard sandwich. So in this one here, what I noticed that they wanted to do, and I will compile it the way that Stampin' Up! Suggested. So everything has a number, right? We're really bad at reading instructions, so I'm going to read them with you because I never read instructions, but I'm going to show you here how to read these. So number 7, if you go to the English for number 7, it's the Big Shot platform, which is this one. It's got the name on it, Big Shot platform. So we've got that correct. Now the next one is number 1. Number 1 is the standard cutting pad. So I'm just going to get a new one just so that it's nice and clean, or newish anyway. This one looks pretty good. So that's the standard cutting pad, number 1. Then it says to get your thinlet. that you wanted to use. So this is my Thinlets that I want to use. Now already this is where it was like, what? I do not like this. And it was like, put the Thinlet, it says here, number 4, cutting edge up, right? So I've got the cutting edge up. And then I needed to place the cardstock. Number 5, place the cardstock. And I'm like, but that's really random. That's like back to front to how I think, because I want to see where I'm placing everything, because I'm like, how do I know this is going to be in the right spot? I'm freaking out. I want to see what I'm doing. So anyway, we'll keep going and I'll show you what they did. And then number 10 is the thin silicone rubber matte blue. Okay, so we're going to do the blue one. So that one goes on top. And then on top of that is number 8. See, it's got the number there. So number 8 is the Impressions Pad White. So that comes with the mats that you get. So that's going to be the white one. So that's how it's going. Now, for me, I was looking at this going, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is going to even work. I don't know if it's going to emboss in the right place. So I thought I'll just do a little bit of surgery with the layers. Just do a swappy swap with a few layers, and all I wanted to swap was putting the matte. I'm going to do this one there, because obviously this needs to be against there. So I thought I'll put that there, put that down, face these down because the cutting side needs to be facing the blue mat. So I'll have them there. And then I'll place my, because I'm only doing this one edge anyway, so that's all good. And you can't go back again. Like once you've done embossing, it's not like I can cover the whole thing unless I have enough dies to cover the whole thing. Because if you put it through again, it squashes all the embossing. And then I thought I'll put this on. And that's how I decided to do it. So let's just see if that works. If it doesn't, I'm really sorry. I'll be like, I tried, I promised. But that was my idea of being able to have more control over where things went. Now it's very soft, but you will see that we have some awesome embossing. Yay! Look at that. And it's perfect. So that is my hot tip for the embossing pads. I felt like I had more control of where I wanted to emboss. So it was just swapping it around. So Big Shot platform, both in the mats you get these 3 items. So for just embossing only, you're going to be using these 2. So I put them down. Then I put my cardstock, and then I put these facing downwards like you would normally do as if you were cutting. Like that's easy to remember. And then just the window on top, the cutting pad on top. So I hope that helps everyone. Yes, no problem. Good. Anyway, let me know what you think of that idea and if you think that will help you to use your mats more. Has everyone been using the mats and been taking advantage of them? Because there's just so many possibilities of what you can do with our beautiful detailed elements. And there's so many beautiful detailed elements that we could use in embossing. Even our beautiful delicate lace, like could you imagine them being embossed? Like even this one here, just absolutely stunning in embossing rather than cutting and sticking down. So lots of ideas there, lots of possibilities. So if you haven't got these embossing mats, definitely look into them. The difference with this mat and the blue mat is that this enables you to cut as well. And I will look at showing you that in another video because I haven't practiced that one yet. I don't want to tell you something that's wrong. I'll be like, oh, I don't know how this works. But I practiced the embossing quite a number of times yesterday to see how I could teach you all in an easier way, because I just found it a little bit complicated. Good, I'm glad everyone's saying yes. And then what I wanted to do with the embossing is to really make that pop out and really highlight. I decided to emboss them. You don't have to, of course, but I really love... I know! I've got naked nails today. I was really disorganized today. And I was like, you know what? Something's got to give, and today it's going to be my naked nails. I am human. I was like, after everything that I've been through, I was like, oh, am I even going to get to do a live today? And I thought, you know what? For the sake of not having nails on, I'm going to still go. What's our mantra? Just show up. Show up. Even though you're not feeling well, just show up. Otherwise, if you get too overwhelmed and you're like, oh, I don't have my nails done. I don't have this done. They just don't end up doing anything. And then I would have missed out on showing you this amazing technique today that hopefully will inspire a lot of you to get the embossing mats out, the Big Shot Embossing Mats. So that's how I decided to do it. Of course, you could do it any way you like, but I decided to make it quite grungy and messy because it's, you know, a nice autumn card. And autumn cards, you know, leaves falling everywhere. It's messy and grungy. That suits. So that's our top layer. So that's good. Then I've got this one. So that one's just the normal 10 centimeters by 14.4 in metric standard. And for our inches peeps, I'll get out my little formulas here. My pre-cut formulas. So it's your normal card base, 8.5 inches by 5.5, and then you've just got 2 layers, because I've got the Whisper White layer that I still haven't cut that, so I can cut that with you, and then I've got another layer again. So actually, in fact that won't be 10 point, that will be a little bit less, so I'll give you the proper measurements when I do the Whisper White one. But that would be 2 very nice elements there. So that's 5.25 by 4 inches, and then another one that's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to actually do a video very soon about these little layers, because I think even for those that use metric, I think it would be really good to have this guide and have something here to use for different layouts. I'll probably have to add this one in because this is not something I have in inches. But I think I have something similar here that will give me an idea of what I could do. So it's probably that height, which is the 4 1/8, but we'll probably just cut it down a little bit size-wise. So not 2 7/8. I'll just work out what we can do there that's a little bit less. What's that one? Yeah, that will be the height of the other one. But we'll work out the width. Yeah. So let's have a look at, I'll bring in the Whisper White. I can't get over how hot it is today. Unbelievable. Unless it's my fever burning up, but I think it's actually a very warm day here in Melbourne. So I think we've got, oh yes, I've got one here already pre-cut. I do a lot of my inserts already pre-cut and try and have a big pile of them because it's very handy. I have all of these that I cut yesterday for the inserts of cards and I've used quite a bit of them too. I basically did an entire pack of Whisper White and cut them into the inserts for the card. So very handy to have on just to grab anytime you want. So this one will be probably, oh yes, I've done it the right size. Look at that. I was more organised than I thought. So this front, I'll just close this one down because we don't need that at the moment. So this card front, I'll get my trimmer to show you. Sorry, it's been well used and it's got a lot of manky stuff on it here. Probably Tombow glue or something. So I've done it 2 millimeters less. So I've done it at the 9.8 and 4.2. So that's 2 millimeters less on each side. And then this is the usual 10 centimeters by 14.4, which is what I usually always do as a standard layer on my cards. So that's going to glue down there. And we're going to do some stamping on our section here. So I wanted that beautiful leaf to be the hero, that one in the middle. and then have the elements around. So that was the first thing I stamped, was that element there. As you can see, it's a very well used stamp set, that big one. So we'll grab that one out, get our block, and I used Cajun Craze on that one. So we'll ink that one up. And to play, oh look, what a surprise, a dimensional backing just turned up to say hello. It's like the dimensional backings just want a cameo appearance every time. It's like, you haven't spoken about me yet, so can you please add me to your video, please? I'd like to be part of this. So I'll stamp that up. Should be all good. It's nice and inky. And this is where the grid paper or background paper comes in really handy. I didn't want to cut off the leaf, so I just sort of brought it in a bit so that if it cut anything off, it was cutting off the stem and part of the leaf on the side. So that's good. I don't think my, oh, hello. I don't think my chamois is all wet today, so I'm probably going to have to go back to using my Stamp and Scrub. I haven't used my Stamp and Scrub in so long. Hopefully we're all not crooked. There we go, that looks good. I'm getting used to my new camera setup. I keep seeing the front camera and going, oh, there's a front camera as well as a camera looking downwards as well. Yes, I agree. Templates are great for visual people. I'm visual and I don't work in inches, so it's been really, really good for me. It's helped a lot with my designs, particularly when I'm doing the tutorial bundles, when I'm trying to work out, because we just work in completely different card sizes. So it's been very handy. So we've got Old Olive, and where's my crushed curry disappeared to? Seriously, it's like they have legs and they just go, I'm just going to walk over here. I'm just going to walk away from you. Oh, I found my base, so that's good. That's one less thing we have to find later on. I'm like, where could the crushed curry have gone? Oh, hello, it's here. Oh, too funny. You can tell I'm like totally out of it today, although I'm usually out of it. I'm just more out of it today. It's more than the usual out of it for Kylie today. So let's grab this and do some elements. So you can copy exactly what I've done. Like, feel free to case me and go for it. I like to do elements in either 1 or 3. So I've done that 3 times, and we can close that one down. Actually, we'll do the inside too, so I'll just leave that there for a second while we do the inside. And then I've got some of the olive elements that come in like that. Beautiful. Now, if we do the inside, we want to sort of copy something similar. I'm going to do the beautiful Cajun leaf in the corner there, so it can be the hero. There we go. Sorry if I'm missing comments. I think we're all busy stamping now anyway, so that's good. Hopefully you're creating along with me. And I'll just add a few little elements. I might add this just over here a bit. And a little bit over here. Although I want it to sort of go the other way, so we can force it to come round. That's what I love about polymer. It's like, no, I want you to go a different direction because I told you so. Although I don't know if it's going to do it for me. It's like, I don't want to bend that way. I'm going to get ink all over me, but that's okay. As long as I don't get it on my card. Yay! And then we've got our leaf, and that can just come in a little bit in the corner here and a little bit over there. And then we've got a really cool little insert for our card there as well. That's just a nice decorative look, and we can close all these up. They're all happy. And I think we're almost set to go. Oh, except for our sentiment. Okay, so our sentiment comes from the same stamp set. We've got all the stamps there. So I used Thankful. So I wanted something just tiny, nothing that took over the whole area. So we'll add that. Now, what I've noticed is a good idea is using your grid paper to line up your sentiment. So at least you know you're straight-ish. Even though it's polymer, it's kind of good to have it in some sort of the correct angle. It does help when you're stamping. I'll just brush over my embossing buddy. Oh, sorry, I'm off the screen here. So just brushed over my embossing buddy so that there's no static. And I'll grab out all my other embossing powders because I've got all my embossing powders all in my tray. Sorry, Jolie. I suddenly realized, oh, I'm off the screen. I'm still getting used to being higher up on my desk. So, come in here and we'll grab our Thankful stamp. I love photopolymer. I love being able to see through. It's so good. And then we get our powder. I'm using the white embossing powder. Flick any extra off. And if it looks like there's not enough on there, which I can see there's sort of a little bit over here that's sort of a bit sporadic, so I can just come back in and then give it a little bit more time to sort of sit there. And then flick and see how there's a little bit more on there now. Just find that that helps. And you don't want to flick too much because then it might flick it off again. So we'll just move that out of the way while we do our heat embossing, which I have here. I'll lift this up so you can see the magic of embossing. Yay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. That's looking very good. Very well embossed. So let's put that back and then we'll just do a little bit of surgery on this sentiment. So all I did, you can use your trimmer or you could just go by eyeball and use your snips if you like. Up to you. Depends how scared you are of cutting straight or not. And then I just did that. And then in the corner, which is really exciting, I didn't actually mention this on my blog, but I used a little circle for the corner. And then just very, very delicately, so see how small that little snip is? Just snipped that off on the edge, just to create like a different little look. There we go. Just tiny and just eyeballing. Grab a little bit of that off. And then to really make that sentiment pop, I got some of my old olive and I did some sponging. So I've got my sponging here. I have them all stored. I've really got to update them though. They need love. Look at them, they're all out of whack. I start off with the best of intentions, but it does get very messy. And it's even got like old names and everything on here. I've really got to update. I will get there. On the priority list, it's not high. There's a lot going on here. Trips to Orlando will do that to you. There we go. And look at that. It just makes it pop. Like, look at the edges. And it just really highlights that beautiful little accent that we've done on the stamping. So it's just really cute. So that one's done. And I think we're ready to compile. You get not a straight snip. Yes, it can be challenging. If you don't trust yourself, just grab your trimmer. It's easy to do. Easy to grab the trimmer. So we'll fold out. I personally love getting everything ready before I put everything down. That's just what I like to do. So if you're wondering why I haven't even compiled my card, that's why. So I'll just bone folder that. See, I used this for some inking. Whoopsie. Now it's ink everywhere over my bone folder. Good thing I've got a few of them. So we'll stick this one down. For those of you watching me for the first time, please let me know. I love having new visitors. I use Tombow glue for my cards because I find it's just easier for movement once I stick them down. In other words, I don't trust myself to get it straight. So this is my little ammunition to make sure that I get it straight. My secret weapon, I should say. Bruno has actually started using the other side of the Tombow, and he found that was actually good for him. I was like, all right, you do that. Whatever works for you. He reckons it'll use less too, but the jury is still out on that one. Better stick this one down too while I'm here. And then the rest are dimensionals. There we go. So see how I can sort of move it around a little bit afterwards. I love that. Oh, hello, Bruno Bertucci.
Hi.
What's happening?
I just came to get the rat.
Oh, that's good. The rat is on the floor. That's what we call, you know, the what do you call it? The tape for the parcels. The rat. It has its own name.
And that's because it makes this sound.
It's not going to work this time.
Of course it's not.
Ready? Rat. There you go. It's the rat.
It's weird having this camera going.
It's so bizarre. When I came in, I was like, oh, it's the front. Oh, it's the... I'm getting used to it, though.
Remember I got those ready for you?
I did. Thank you. I'll use them at the end. Awesome. Bruno's got another trick for us, which I'm very excited to show you. He had me all set up here with battery packs and everything. It's like, wow. All organised. There. And then we need someone else. Sentiment. Yay. Pull those off. Oh, everyone's saying hello. It's funny that you say that, Candy, because Bruno is so generous with dimensionals, and yet with Tombow, he's like, yeah, hopefully this saves some Tombow. I'm like, what are you talking about? You use like $50 of dimensionals every card, and you want to save 3 cents of Tombow on your card? Contradiction! Doesn't make sense. But I just nodded my head because it's, you know, the easiest thing to do, right? Yes, excellent suggestion. Yes, Bruno's better. Thank you for asking, Angie. He's much better. But he shared the love with me. And there is that. So we are looking amazing. We'll stick our inside in. Now, I wanted to try and find where I put our galvanized buttons around here. This search could prove unsuccessful. It may, but it hasn't. It's been successful. Yes. So we can add our little galvanized button on. These are from the holiday catalogue. And I'm pretty sure they came with this. Oh no, they came with another suite. But anyway, have a look in your occasions catalogue. And I just used some of our linen thread just for a sort of little rustic look to it. And just something a little bit different. I realise I don't use a whole lot of embellishments. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use a bit of an embelly today. Now give yourself a lot. It doesn't matter if you've got extra. It's easier to play with if you have more than less. And, you know, how many times have you been through your linen thread? Be honest. How many times have you finished linen thread? I think I've done it once since it's been out. We do love it though. We use it a lot, but there's just a lot there. So I've got my little tie, and then I just did a little bow. And with these sort of bows, you'll have to just manipulate it a bit afterwards, because of course you're not going to get it that small to start with, but afterwards you can play around with it a bit. Oops, I should really have my tweezers here right now. Oh, there they are if I need them. I'm all thumbs and fingers. Bring that through. There we go. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So, you want to sort of pull one side. Oh, have I got the right one? Doesn't feel like it's knotting. Yes, that's that side. Yes, that's that side. Oh yeah, there it is. So you're pulling one bow so that it knots, and then I just pulled each side so that the bow would get smaller. So it's like you get the knot and then you manipulate the size of the bow afterwards. Yes, it's fiddly, but is it worth it? Yes, I do believe it is. Because look how stinking cute that looks. Oh, you're so cute, little bow. Hello, little one. Cut off its little tails. And then I used I couldn't work out where to put it on here. So feel free to put it somewhere else if you want to. But I felt like in the middle there was a really good spot. And then I just used some of my glue dots, which you can get from the Stampin' Up! Catalogue. And then just stuck it down. Just play with that a bit if you need to make it a la perfect. Yay! Happy. And then we'll do our inside, glue that down. And one thing I forgot to do, Tish, our envelope. So let's do our envelope too while we're at it. We just want to do more stamping. We don't want to go yet. I don't want to leave you. Please don't go yet. So on our envelope, we'll do our stars. Is it around the right way? Yes, it is. So I've got our Cajun. Do many of you use the Cajun colour much? Because I think it's a colour that gets neglected. I think it's a neglected colour. You love embellishments, Mandy. That's so nice. Yeah, I'm a very simple card maker, and so I don't actually use a lot of embellishments. I've been given one of Mandy's cards, and oh my goodness, they're just beautiful. Like OTT amazingness. Bring that in there. And a little bit over there. Just be careful with ink on your hands at this time. This is usually when I ruin everything. When I'm not concentrating and I'm not looking. Yay! And then we'll do a little bit of the old olive. Because we can. Boy, I think I'm going to have to invest in a air conditioner in this room. It's cray how hot it is. It's one way to get rid of my cold. Just sweat it out. Look at me, I'm like, which way will look good? I don't really want the stem to be sticking out. So I'll just do, I think, a little snippet here. You don't want it to be too big. Yeah, that's good. You can be inconspicuous, Mr. Olive Branch thing, whatever you are. Hey. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Or stunza, as Jessie would say. And then we'll glue the inside. Oh, it is hot today, 26 degrees. No wonder I'm hot in this room. It's nice to have some warm weather though. Tell you what, we've had lots and lots of cold weather, so now that it's warm, it's like, what is happening? Might even take the dogs for a walk today. Oh, see, just as I'm speaking, we'll just say that's an added textural thumbprint there. It always happens to me right at the last minute, but I'm very fortunate that does just look like some sponging or something. Or if it really, really annoys you, you can just like wing it. This is what we call winging it. Although I'm scared if I wing it too much that it might wreck it, but we'll see. You can just go like that. Oh yeah, that was always there. There was no fingerprint sponging happening there ever. I'm wiping my hands now. I'm like, come on, don't have any ink on you. But there we go. We're done. Thank you so much for being here to watch me stamp live. That is a very good question, Kerry, but I've never had a problem because I use the labels from my Domo labeler. So it's usually like stuck there, and yeah, I've never had any problems with it sending in the post. So, because I use my little, do I have a label here? One of my own labels, but anyway, I'll show you afterwards maybe. But yeah, it's very simple. It just sticks pretty much there. And if it was in the way of the label, it would just go over the top of the image. So it's all good, which is great. All right, I'm going to flip you around and just see if I can do that okay. Hi, look how quick that was. No mucking around. Love it. Just seamless. Just go straight into the next video. I'm very excited about this new technology. I do have to get accustomed to it though. It's a little bit to get used to. But I know that you're all happy to be my guinea pigs. You've been my guinea pigs before. Now, I want to show you a couple of things. Let's get a little bit fancy here. Let's get a little bit technological. So Bruno has some tabs open here. Bruno, you can see you've got your underwear on.
I haven't got my underwear on, the shorts.
Oh.
I put clothes on.
You put clothes on.
It's hot.
That's so nice. I'm so glad you put clothes on for us. So I'm about to show them the exciting thing that you've set up for us.
Ooh.
So let's get rid of that. And should we have us in the screen as well while we're chatting?
I'm just going to get something from
are
here.
you? So I can go here and add that in there. We'll see how this works. Oh, see, it didn't remember the... Anyway, we'll learn.
Here, I'll do that. You just keep talking.
Oh, thanks. Be careful, you're moving everything. This is a wobbly one, remember?
Sorry.
Now I'm like one of those wobbly... What are they called?
Can you get more in the center, please?
Demanding much. Is that good?
Perfect.
Excellent. So we wanted to show you the products that we used for this card today on my store.
Look at that.
Wow. There's my blog. There's me in my blog. Is that a bit of Inception or what? So we'll scroll down and show you this card on my blog. You ready? This was the blog post. This is the card that inspired me of Lisa's, and that's how I came up with this because of the layout. So the background embossing and then the sponging, and I saw that she had an element, so I thought I'm going to add an element as well, and then just the layout itself I thought was really cool. And there's this card looking like a hero. There it is, like that. Going, hello, I've got an inside too. So that's the card.
Someone's renewing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry, we just scrolled past this. Where were these photos taken, Kylie? This one on the
So,
right?
the one on the right was taken in Hawaii. What year was that, Bruno? Look how different my hair is.
Yeah.
Look how long it is on this side now. That was completely short.
So this paper is the Bohemian
Boho something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that shows, and that was brand new then.
Yeah. Then we just got it.
Yeah. So that's, and this one over here. So that was in Hawaii. This one over here, oh, it has schedule. I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that either.
Interesting. So this was in Europe. This is
in front of the Colosseum.
the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Bob.
That's Lisa's husband. He looks very intimidating there, but he's a very kind
lovely,
man.
yeah.
Very kind man.
And
He looks like
Gina.
he's a security guard in the background checking us out. And Gina is their daughter. And we're going to be seeing them all in Orlando. Gina's going to be there as well.
Really? On stage?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you that.
Is she a demo?
No, but she gets to be invited.
Ah.
She gets to come as a guest with her fiance.
Oh, I
We
saw
get
a
to check
post
him
about
out.
them today.
Yeah.
So this is all the links and
So
everything.
come and see the blog hop. If I go like that, is it? Oh no, it's this side. Come and see the blog hop. Come over. come and click on the links.
And of course, if you ever need any of the products, you can click on these shopping links. But look at this.
Brunei has them
I
open.
have them open. So
for all my lovely customers, you
Go
can
and do
jump
it.
on in. So show them how they click on the link and what happens when they click on that link. I think that's really good to know. So you click, and then ta-da! It opens up to this page.
wow.
And show them where you can add it to your cart.
So always make sure that this says Kylie Bertucci in the corner.
Yeah. You want to shop with me, right? I hope you do.
So then you just click add to bag.
Add to bag. Yes. And you can continue shopping.
Of course. Why would you not want to?
Bruno's like, add some more.
That's
Do
at the
some,
Big Shot
do some knuckabilly.
some Big Shot Embossing
Will
Mats.
it work if you're doing double screens though? Unless you're signed in. Oh no, it's worked. That's pretty fancy.
Let's get the buttons as well.
Yeah, those buttons are beautiful. Get me some of those buttons.
And the linen thread. Or if you're in the Philippines, the linen thread.
Whatever, Bruno. Everyone's saying hello to you, Bruno, by
Hello,
the way.
everyone. So, make sure
And
you
any
add the
codes.
host code.
if
So,
you do-
where can you find the host code, Kylie?
Yes, where can you find the host code? Whenever you need the host code, it's always on my blog over that far side. See?
So, it's over here.
Over
Shop now, current host code. Now, you can remember it, or you can do this.
Copy it from there.
Oops.
That's why I put it there as well. Because I thought it's easier for copying. You have to go control over there. Yeah.
Copy. And then we go into here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, where did it go?
And control,
V.
paste, and you
Apply.
apply. Dun, 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 and you know it's right if it says, yeah, it's been added
but
to
you're
Kylie
covering it.
Bertucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. And then you just check out like you
Am
normally
I
would.
covering it? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're not anymore.
Okay. Yes, it's there now.
So then you just do that.
And then once you check out, and we have lots and lots of cool things happening this month. We still have our collect and win.
Yes.
Do
I'm
we have
doing
them
those
here?
right now.
Are you? The
Yep.
next lot. Bruno's been so good, and he's been getting onto it ASAP. Oh, no, that's not them.
No, it's
No,
in my
so
room.
long. It's in your room.
What I do want to show you about is if you're not already subscribed, Search for Kylie Bertucci in YouTube, or you can follow any of the links from the blog, and you can subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
5 days ago, you remember this one, the springtime?
Yes, that was last week. We've had lots of views, so that's good. Knackabilly! Knackabilly's our favourite word too. In fact, I just put 10 bottles of Tombow in an order this morning.
What?
Yep. 10 bottles. So I'm very excited about that. Is there any reason why we have the blog still attached to me? Do I need
that's
that
the other
there?
one. I don't know how to get rid of that.
So you just go me and that and then live.
That's what I
Ta-da!
did.
I love this new system. We have a lot to get used to though, so thank you for bearing with us as we learn with you. I think that's the best way to learn, is on the fly. But I did really practice the embossing mats, so I hope that that's come in handy and that you've learned a new tip and that you can knackabilly that today. Get yourself some embossing mats, because now it will turn all of your thinlits into embossing folders too. Yes. Amazing. So good. Thank you for that reaction, Bruno. That's what I'm imagining everyone at home doing.
The emoji going.
Everyone at home's doing that now. Do it again. That's going to be a screensaver. And then everyone will be like, "Oh my goodness, what are they doing that about? We have to watch them."
Watch.
We just did clickbait. So anyway, that's us for now. Thank you for joining us on our first Switcher Studio live video.
Ooh.
And we shall see you next week. And thank you for enduring my nasal and naked fingernails. How terrible. But I am just a human.
It must have been the easy air in the corner.
Maybe. It's helping me a lot though.
You can't say
I'm
it
breathing
because it's
better.
covered by the...
Bruno put essential oils on for me. He's so good. See, look, there it is. My essential oils. My doTERRA. I love doTERRA. So have a wonderful week, and we shall see you for more fun next week. Follow the blog because we have a lot happening this week. If you're a demonstrator, please make sure you take part in October's International Highlights.
Yes.
That will go live on Thursday. If you need the details, I will put the link up. And we also have a blog hop this week, don't we, Bruno?
Yes.
I think it's our first Go for Greece.
No.
Not Go for Greece. I've got that in my mind. Yeah, Greek Isles.
Demonstrator
Greek
training.
Isles. Or is
No,
it
it's a
demonstrator?
demonstrator training.
It's my training group blog hop. Yay! So we've just started a brand new training program for demonstrators, and we're all going to be hopping together and highlighting different projects. So definitely look for that one this week. And I'm sure we'll have something amazing happening on tonight. I'm not sure what. I will create something this afternoon and put that up last minute. Because that's usually what happens.
That's how she rolls.
That's how I roll. So have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Get the kids.
What's Kid the Kids?
It's see you later. In
In
Tagalog.
Tagalog. Kid the Kids.
Get the kids.
Bye.